watching Keepin' It Green. I'm your host, Debbie Klughers, and today we are doing a show with a group of Stony Brook Southampton students and professors and school counselors to help save Stony Brook Southampton.
And the mascot.
And the Stony Brook Southampton mascot, Mr. Poco. So this show is for you guys and to save the school, and we're just gonna talk, and we're gonna see how everyone's doing and what's going on and how the public can help save this amazing school that they're trying to shut down.
I'm going to start because your audience knows you, but they don't know what a great student you are. Deb was in my technical writing class last spring, and she was getting ready for graduation. You graduated in December, right? One of our very first graduates at Southampton.
There's a handful. There's a handful.
And she did this amazing project, a couple of them, one for Longhouse. You worked on a brochure.
Forgot about that one.
It was absolutely beautiful. And really wonderful brochure that she did. And then she did this East Hampton proposal to start recycling on the beaches and the parks. And it was such an amazing proposal. She did such incredible work. And you have to tell us what you did with that proposal now. Because this is part of, to me, this is what you've tried to do. Because this, to me, is what is so important about our community, is that we're not just, it's not just about education in a campus, it's about bringing that education into our local communities and changing our communities.
Well, the thing about going to Stony Brook Southampton for me was it gave me the backing to go toward, to local government, to go try to affect change, because just as a person, I felt like I really was just a person, but having that Stony Brook Southampton backing, that degree, it gave me the confidence, to go out into the world and try to change things. So I've presented it to the town, but it's a huge proposal. And, I broke it down, and I'm still breaking it down. I just spoke with GAP, our sanitation department, yesterday, and we're working to do a lot of things. But one thing
You're doing the monofilament.
Well, that is a very simple project, and the town jumped on it, and I give them the thumbs up. Recycling fishing line so that animals, people, do not get tangled in it, and boat propellers, if people are not concerned about the animals, they'll be concerned about their boats and whatnot. Right. But the town has jumped on. It's a free program, and we're going to do a show about it.
Great.
And the reason it's such an easy program to implement, so I hope other communities will see it and go, oh, we could do that. It's so simple, and it's shocking to me that it wasn't already done. But people don't know about it, and they need students who
we see it on the beach all the time.
Exactly.
I'm always cleaning up. But the other thing, Deb, is that last fall you started this great show.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what our students do. They are activists, they are advocates.
We see a problem and we find a solution.
We find a solution, and that's why they were marching. And I'm just incredibly, as a professor at SUNY Southampton, and I was there since the beginning. I was with LIU too, as Susan was. It's a really wonderful experience to support students. And really, that's all I do. Is I'm just sort of behind them, going.
Oh, you're very good at that. You are very good at that. And you're like, doesn't matter what anybody thinks or anybody says. You do what you need to do, and you're very good at encourage and.
And look at what they've accomplished already.
Yeah.
They've really.
You're rough, though. I gotta say.
Damn right.
Right.
You better be. Right, Jeremy? He's in my class right now.
Are you skipping class to be here?
No.
No, we were at class at 8 this morning.
Wow.
I made it.
But that is why that school is so important. I mean, you've got a lot of powerful people and young people that are interested in affecting change for the planet. And, a lot of people don't even know there's a problem. And then you have these 18, 20, 30-year-old and older, you've got some older students there as well. So it's very important.
Well, that's an interesting point, because I was just thinking, our class today in technical writing, once again, I have a group of technical writers, and this has, we've lost about a week of school right now, because everybody is, my students are grieving. They're very upset.
Let's just back up a second in case people don't know what we're talking about, what we're here for. What happened was, who wants to talk about what happened about a week or so ago? Introduce yourself and who you are and
My name is Ricky Greening. I'm a senior. This is actually my second bachelor's degree. I chose Stony Brook or Stony Brook Southampton because of the progressive programs it offers. And at this point, it looks like we're not even going to be able to finish there. Based on budget cuts throughout the state, it's occurring something that's going on throughout the nation even, where fiscal irresponsibility of politicians and legislators has led to serious deficits in all the states, and now the students are the ones who are really suffering. They're closing our programs. Some of them are being completely cut from the curriculum, whereas others are being moved to a different campus that isn't as well supported by the local community or by surrounding parks or beaches where we can freely study in our off time. So although the programs will still be there, they're not going to be as effective as they would be out at Southampton's campus. So based on the fact that Stony Brook Southampton will be the closure of Stony Brook Southampton will be saving SUNY Stony Brook $6.7 million a year. They've decided to close our campus completely as a residential campus and pretty much give the boot to about 525 students who are there. So.
As well as the custodial staff. Today I was walking down the hallway and because we had the 8 o'clock in the morning class, and I came into my students and I said, you guys, for the next couple of weeks, I want you to go up to the custodial staff they're cleaning when we arrive, and tell them how much you really appreciate everything they're doing, because they're all losing their jobs and they're really upset. And this morning, you know, this woman who I've known for 3 years, and you know, I'm always chatting with her and, you know, trying to speak my buenos dias, ¿cómo estás? You know, I don't do very much of that, but you know, and she's just fantastic. She's such a sweet woman, and you know, and she was crying.
well, it's not even just, you know, okay, they could say, oh, it only affects 500 and something students. Well, okay, let's go a little further. There's a couple hundred more admitted students for the fall. Let's go a little bit further. You know, there could be thousands of students for decades that will, you know, not get the chance. And people didn't sign up for Stony Brook Southampton because they wanted maybe to go to Stony Brook, go to the main campus. Right. They signed up for Stony Brook Southampton because of the type of school it is. We've got that green library, the first LEED certified library on Long Island,
right,
and the only LEED certified library in all of the SUNY system. And that library, after
so beautiful.
I mean, it's amazing. Geothermal wells, and it's all the lighting is all natural lighting, or you know, it comes on and off by itself. And the taxpayers spent $77 million
right,
within the last 3 years, and now they're going to shutter it all up and they're going to close it all down.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things too. Is there's no even alternative proposals that have been even thought about by President Stanley or the Stony Brook administrators. Students have constantly gone to the administrators and proposed different solutions, raising money ourselves to keep the campus open, whatever it may be, any different cuts that could possibly save the curriculum and save the students from being forced out of their housing situation and the community that they've come to love. And they've been very closed-minded about it. They haven't been willing to negotiate with us or find any alternative solution.
So they're not negotiating. They're saying this is a done deal. I've read that even if the money was raised, that the school still wasn't going to stay open. That makes no sense.
Yeah, from everything I've heard, they're not willing to accept any donations. So.
Well, they're going to have to accept it because we're not going to stop.
That's right. So.
Deb's on this fight.
That's right.
You know, it's important to me because there are no other colleges for the eastern end of Long Island, both North and South Forks. The closest is Stony Brook University. I mean, and that's a 2.5-hour drive from East Hampton. Oh, and it's, you know, probably...
What if you're in Montauk?
Well, it's probably a 3-hour drive from Montauk. So, I mean, you know, not everybody has a lot of money to send the children off to, or even the board. It was more, the board is about $9,000 or $10,000 a year, and the college is about $5,000. It's an affordable... You know, so it's the...
Particularly in this economy, students are staying local because obviously people's finances are not what they used to be. I mean, and again, to watch the college close again, I worked for Southampton and also for Stony Brook. And
so now you've
to see this happen 2 times in 5 years is shocking.
It's so painful.
I mean, it's watching something die twice. That said,